Hello, folks. Well, time. There's just not enough of it left. I will be getting out and about more and showing you places, if you like, whilst I have my diatribes. But I just wanted to do this video about there's not enough time left, which will lead me on to my next video, which I've been wanting to do for quite a while, about those that I think are the new pilgrims on this planet. We'll get to that in the next video, but that will be the lead on to this. So what do I mean by time there's not enough of it left? Well, in the UK we had a comedy series called Fawlty Towers, and the guy who ran the hotel was called Basil, very much dominated by his wife, and a bit of a character and an excellent series. All the actors in it were perfect. But there was one quote in it. He was just talking to himself one day, and I'm going to read it. And he said this: "Zoom! What was that? That was your life, mate. Whoa, that was quick. Do I get another? Sorry, mate, that's your lot." And that goes along with this, because I was watching another video, a guy called Offended Outcast, guy from over the pond, and you should go and watch it. I love listening to him every day. He was just mentioning that you get to a certain age and there's not enough time left. Have you become a unit of work, if you like? Do you remember in work they have these KPIs, key performance indicators? Is that what you've become? Are you a key performance indicator? Have you just become a unit of work? Because I think that for many centuries, that's all most of us have ever been, a unit of work. I mean, think back to a job you've done, let's say 10 years ago, and one of your colleagues died. How many people remember his name or her name? They don't, do they? That's not having a go, but it's the truth of the matter that time moves on. And it's like Basil just said. Did you hear that? What was that? Whoosh! That was your life, mate. So are you at a stage where you're thinking, okay, I've been considering being an expat, considering moving away from my country, or considering moving in the UK to some Scottish island, whatever. But I'm just going to do another year. I've got enough money, but I'm just going to do another year. Well, I would wrap up with this point, and then when we move into the next video, you'll see what I mean. And it could be seen as a little controversial, but I don't care, because I think in many ways I'm right. And in the areas I'm wrong, I'm sure you'll be told, and I'd be happy to be told. Excuse me. For example, the Dutch pilgrims that went over to the Americas. When you look at the history books and the records of why they did, I'm just going to give, there's many points, but I'm just going to give you one paragraph, if you like, and see if this sounds familiar. They fled economic hardship, poverty, and working long hours for low wage and harsh conditions. Does that sound familiar? Well, if it does, that's because you're a unit of work. You're not a person. Do you remember when companies had a personnel department? Now they have human resources. You're a human resource. You're not a human that has value. You're a resource. And as soon as you become pointless, they'll just replace you. Where am I going with this? This might sound like I'm all over the place. I'm not. What I'm saying is if you have been thinking about being an expat and moving somewhere, or just taking early retirement and maybe not living a life of luxury, but living a life of comfort and of ease where you can volunteer for work. You know, you get up when you want to. You get up when the sun comes up and you go to bed when the sun goes down. And you eat your meals when you want, not when you're told that you can eat. If that's you, I think you should consider, do you have enough time to mess about? Because the truth of the matter is, in my opinion, no matter who you are, there's never enough time left. Ever. Anyway, that was a bit of a downer one, wasn't it? But the next one hopefully will be a bit more encouraging. I've got some work to do on it, but it'll be about who I consider are modern day pilgrims. And you may be surprised because one of the main modern lip stall today, one of the modern day pilgrims could just be you. Until next time.